Welcome to Mad Useful Crypto, where we give you crypto advice that's mad useful. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite projects on Base, which is Aerodrome. So before we go ahead and get started, just want to let you guys know this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. You should always do your own research. Always protect yourself by knowing exactly what you're getting yourself into. This video is actually for entertainment purposes only. You should always consult a trained financial advisor before making any decisions for yourself. Without further ado, let's go ahead and kick it off. So, Aerodrome has been on this rapid rise. According to this article by Unchained, only in a crypto landscape can a project really become so boisterous and amazing like what Aerodrome's been able to do. 580 million in just 7 months. The DEX is already the sixth largest across all blockchain networks for TVL. 7 months ago it launched, growing more than 382 since January 1st when its TVL sat at about 120 million. And that's according to DeFi Llama, of course. Here's the three largest trading pair pools by TVL. Collectively are worth over this much. Boom, boom, boom. And it's already the sixth largest exchange across all blockchain networks by TVL, behind Uniswap, Curve, PancakeSwap, Balancer, and Radium. So, why does Aerodrome matter so much? Well, think about what certain platforms mean to certain ecosystems, and you'll really start to understand exactly why Aerodrome is so special. It's driving so much liquidity and interest on Base, which of course is Coinbase's layer 2, and it's allowing people to generate crazy returns, which I'll show you in a second. And since Aerodrome's ascent, Base has become more liquid, and of course this helps the overall adoption of the layer 2 network by Coinbase. So of course this is how it started. It was a fork of Velodrome on Optimism, and it's already surpassed Velodrome. And of course, like I was mentioning to you before, Aerodrome's TVL makes up 46% of the entire TVL on Base, which is freaking phenomenal. And then, of course, in a few weeks, here's the big news. Aerodrome will be unveiling Slipstream. New concentrated liquidity pools aim to provide low slippage on-chain swaps. This is really bullish. This is really great. And even though Slipstream has already been rolled out on Velodrome, so I'll make a whole other video about Velodrome because it's going to be very similar to what Aerodrome looks and functions like. You can actually start messing around with Slipstreams early on Velodrome. And of course, here's some easy to understand language about what that low slippage on-chain swaps means. Is just slippage refers to the difference between a trader's expected price of an asset and the actual price at which the transaction is executed. So feel free to pause the video and reread that, or drop it in ChatGPT to tell ChatGPT to explain it even a little bit more simpler. Let's head over to Aerodrome right now. I already got my wallet connected. Of course, we are on the Base network, so you need to add the Base network to your MetaMask wallet. And if you do not remember how to do that, please go watch my crypto beginners videos of where I talk about adding networks to your MetaMask wallet. And of course, you can then add the Base network. The best way to do it, of course, I'll just reiterate it right here, right now, chainlist.org, and search Base and then add it directly to your MetaMask wallet. But of course, we got Swap, we got Dashboard, Liquidity, Voting, Lock, and then also Incentivize. So let's start off with Swap. Here you can go ahead and swap for any of the tokens that are available in the ecosystem. And you can do so here just like any other decentralized exchange where you can swap one coin for another. And of course, if you had a specific amount in here, it even allows you to dictate the percentage of the amount that you want to swap, whether that's 25%, 50%, 75%, or 100%, if you want to get really pristine about how you're doing it and getting ready to supply liquidity. Let's head over to the dashboard. This is actually going to show you any of your live liquidity pools that you already have active, and then you're going to receive emissions, or you're going to receive your money for what you have put in, and of course the fees and everything that you're generating based on the liquidity that you're providing. you'll start seeing your liquidity rewards down here, and you can actually claim them. And then, of course, you'll have the locks, and also relays if you have any relays, but you'll have your locks if you actually are creating a lock with Aerodrome, specifically the token, then to allow it to give you voting privileges. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So let's go over to the part that you really care about, the liquidity, because here's where you're allowed to deposit some and stake, and then, of course, earn opportunities for the passive income that a lot of folks are chasing with this. So just look at some stats. There's the TVL, here's the fees, here's the volume. Very, very impressive all across the board. And then, of course, it explains how it works. So definitely want to read here and then do some extra research on that. So, of course, and it shows you the tokens that are listed. There's 107 tokens presently as of this video. You can deposit liquidity just by clicking on this, or you can list a new token. Here's all of the pools. You have active pools, so you can see all the pools that are presently active. Stable, you can see which ones are stable if you want to take a little bit less risk. These are typically safer pools, quote unquote. And of course, you can see the APRs that they're paying out. Pretty impressive. There's nothing like crypto. In the regular banking world, they could never pay APRs like this. And these are technically what they would dictate as stable pools based on what this protocol is saying. Of course, you have the pool balance that you can see here, and fees, of course, and everything like that. Volatile pools, you can check those out as well and see the different opportunities for different combinations. Then, of course, you will have your incentivized pools, and these are ones that have specific incentives, or you can also add incentivized pools as well to get more votes, and more votes result into more emissions and thus a higher APY or APR in this case, but you can convert it to APY if you want to, but that's pretty much the whole gist of that. You can see low TVL ones for those who are looking for more experimental pools to jump in early and start gaining a lot of that traction early if you really believe in a specific pairing. You can see here the ones that you're actively participating in, and then, of course, you can see all pools that were ever on here. So here's all the documentation. You can open up the documentation and go through the entire thing. Security, and read all about the security features. You can switch this from dark to light mode right here. Of course, there's also articles on here. Here's the X profile. Here's the Discord, so on and so forth. So you can actually do more research and dive in. But I really just wanted to show you the plain mechanisms of the platform. I didn't really want to get too much in depth with it. I want this video to be very short and to the point. Voting allows you to be able to, here's like the information on voting. Here's the current voting round, ends in 5 days. You can vote. Voters earn a share of the transaction fees and incentives to help govern how emissions are distributed. So it really is a platform for the people. And you can see the total voting power available for this epoch right here. And of course, you can see the different liquidity pools for voting. And of course, you can see the ones that are most rewarded, least rewarded, and of course, all pools in general. So that's really a lot about the voting. Feel free to dive into the docs a little bit more to get a better look at it. You can create locks right here just to go ahead and gain greater voting power. And of course, that gives you higher rewards. So it's fully incentivized in so many different ways. And of course, here's the relays as well at the bottom. You can check those out as well. And then, of course, here's incentivized. And of course, like I said, incentives are usually provided by the protocol, but Aerodrome does it in a very unique way. So this gives you the opportunity to really take a lot of power into your own hands. And of course, that's just my quick rundown. It's the quick and dirty, the fast rundown of Aerodrome. This is really, really doing some amazing things. APRs are extremely high on here. The stablecoin options are extremely good in my opinion as well. Those pairings, of course, are really attractive if you really want to get some of these nice APRs. That's a really, really good amount right there. But remember, you also have to deal with certain things when you got like two pairings of different coins. I understand they're going to oscillate in value a little bit, even though stable coins relatively stay stable. They do oscillate between a couple of cents up or down, so always be mindful of that. And of course, I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, so please make sure that you consult your financial advisor to make sure that you do what's best for you. And of course, this was mad useful crypto. Come to us when you need crypto advice that, of course, is mad useful. It's been a pleasure kicking it with y'all today. And always, good luck on this DeFi journey. See you on the next one.